Welcome to the Explainer. So, you want to build your own thing, but you're staring at an entirely empty bank account. Listen, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down a timeless blueprint for building a business from absolute scratch. We're going to strip away all the excuses, focus purely on action, and map out exactly how you can go from zero to a thriving business.
Okay, let me throw a hypothetical at you right out of the gate. What if I challenged you to make 80,000 rupees in the next 30 days? But here's the catch. You have no job, and you absolutely cannot take out a loan. What would you do? For most of us, that triggers instant panic, right? The modern world makes us feel like if we don't have capital, we are completely stuck. Most people would immediately say, well, that's impossible. But is it?
Now, you might think this quote is just some cheap, modern hustle culture advice. But actually, F.C. Miniker wrote this in a book called 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000 way back in the 1930s. Really think about that context for a second. He wrote this during the Great Depression. The global economy was utterly devastated, and people literally did not have money for basic food. Yet, in the middle of the worst financial crisis in history, he looked around and declared that making money isn't luck, it's a skill you can learn. The exact same economic hurdles you're stressing over today, people overcame them back then. So let's get into principle number 1, the timeless money skill.
If making money is a skill, how do we actually practice it? Well, it starts with a massive mindset shift. You have to start seeing every single annoyance and problem around you as a business just waiting to be built. This is the ultimate difference between an amateur and a veteran entrepreneur. Take tech-illiterate seniors in your neighborhood. The amateur instinct is to just complain about them, but the entrepreneurial instinct, it asks, who wants this fixed and will they pay for it? If you go to just 10 elderly neighbors and offer 2 hours a week teaching them WhatsApp video calls, UPI, and basic AI for 500 rupees a month, boom, that's 5,000 rupees, and it took absolutely zero financial investment to start.
Now, if teaching WhatsApp sounds a bit too small scale for you, let's look at what happens when you solve a personal frustration on a massive scale. Back in 2005, Phanindra Samama was super frustrated because he simply couldn't get a bus ticket to go home for Diwali. But instead of just whining about the terrible offline booking system, he recognized the opportunity. In 2006, he launched Redbus with just 50,000 rupees, taking bus bookings online. Fast forward to 2013, he sold that company for a mind-blowing 800 crore rupees. You don't need to invent flying cars, you just need to provide what people are desperately missing. Which brings us to a really crucial point about how you structure your earnings. You need to sell your expertise, not your time. If you work a standard job, your income hits a hard ceiling because, well, there are only 24 hours in a day. But expertise? Expertise is completely scalable. Take a chartered accountant. If they work full-time for one company, maybe they make 50,000 rupees a month. But if they take that exact same financial knowledge and advise 5 small businesses part-time for 10,000 rupees each, they make the exact same amount of money, but without that heavy full-time commitment limiting their freedom. I know you're probably thinking right now, but I'm young. I don't have decades of high-level expertise like a CA. Actually, scratch that. Stop right there. Your everyday digital habits are incredibly valuable skills. Can you format an Excel sheet? Are you good at Canva? Can you edit a catchy reel or write a solid prompt for AI? Because I promise you, what feels like second nature to you is a complete mystery to someone else. What you already know is highly valuable. You just have to learn how to package it up and sell it.
All right, moving into the action phase with principle number 2, validate before you build. So, you've got your idea, you've identified your skill. What's next? Well, here is where we need to address the single biggest trap beginners fall into. The absolute wrong approach is locking yourself in a room for 6 months, burning through all your time and cash to build a perfect product, only to launch it and hear crickets. Nobody wants it. The smart approach? You validate it first. Let's say you want to start a tiffin service. Do not go buy a massive commercial kitchen setup. Instead, shoot a text to 10 friends asking if they'd pay 100 rupees a day for home-cooked delivery. If even 5 of them say yes, congrats! You have a validated business. Now you can buy the pots and pans. Because honestly, big businesses are really just tiny, validated steps stacked on top of each other. Let's trace the steps of a successful home baker. She didn't sign a commercial lease on day 1. Step 1, she baked 1 chocolate cake for a friend. Step 2, that success validated starting an Instagram page. Step 3, consistent online orders gave her the cash to fund a small bakery. And Step 4, that bakery scaled up to handle massive corporate orders, eventually pulling in 2 lakh a month.
The absolute secret sauce here is that you have to start small, but you must think big. If you bog yourself down worrying about office space, hiring staff, and raising massive capital on day one, you're literally never going to take the first step. Take the small step, and the path opens up. Did you know McDonald's, which is literally in over 100 countries today, started as just a tiny roadside burger stall? So next time someone makes fun of your little side hustle, just smile, because you know the massive vision you're actually building toward.
That brings us to principle number 3, value and repeat business. As your validated idea starts to take off, you need a growth engine. And this is how the veterans keep their businesses profitable without burning out from constantly hunting down new clients. Listen to this, because it's a game changer. Retention over acquisition. It literally takes 5 times less energy to sell to someone who has already bought from you than to find a brand new customer. If you're a house painter, don't just take the cash and disappear. The smart painter calls the client back 6 months later, right after the monsoon, just to check for dampness on the walls. That is how you lock in repeat business. Or think about a local barber with 50 regulars who come in every single month. That guy is never stressing about his daily income, all because he prioritized retention.
So, how do you actually guarantee that kind of retention? By creating so much value, they can't ignore you. Imagine 2 freelance video editors. Editor A just cuts the footage exactly as instructed and hands it back. They're fine. They're average. But editor B, they edit the video, but they also toss in a suggestion for a better thumbnail, and they advise the client that pacing the reel at 30 seconds instead of 15 will probably double their views. Who is going to make more money in the long run? Editor B, for sure. They aren't just doing a task, they're generating so much value that the client actively wants to keep paying them.
And finally, principle number 4, your entrepreneurial next step.
Okay, we've covered the mindset, the validation phase, and the growth engine. Now, we are pivoting straight from theory into action. Let's do a rapid-fire recap of this 1930s blueprint. 1. Start finding businesses hidden in everyday problems. 2. Validate your ideas with real human beings before you build a thing. 3. Stop selling your 24 hours and start selling your scalable expertise. 4. Prioritize getting repeat business from your old clients. 5. Start incredibly small but never lose that massive vision. And 6. Focus relentlessly on creating value because the money will automatically follow. Look, a lack of money today is really just a lack of ideas in action. Don't sit around waiting for the perfect time because trust me, the perfect time does not exist. Which leaves me with one direct challenge for you. Money follows value. It's a skill you can learn, and the entire blueprint is right here in front of you. So I want you to look around your neighborhood, take stock of those digital skills you use every day, and ask yourself right now, what problem are you going to solve today? Take that very first step. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and go build something amazing.